IVM.
Now, food can settle down quite a lot of health problem. Right type of a food, and your health improves. It gives you energy to settle down.
People come to you for advice. People come to me for advice as a habit coach all the time.
Many.
And then I said, but why did you do this? What was the purpose of doing it? And they have no answer.
No answer.
So you sit down, you write down what it is you want from life.
That's right.
And why do you want these things? And then go after them instead of...
Exactly. And what happens is, even if they cook vegetable, there is so much of oil and so much of chili and spices that also becomes equally bad.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today we have a very interesting topic. It's all about this book. It's called The Sattvik Kitchen. And I will tell you a story. As soon as this book came to my house, it disappeared. My mom stole it. My friends stole it. Everyone wanted to read about it because we have a fantastic guest today who needs actually no introduction. We have Dr. Hansa ji with us, and we're going to understand the Sattvik Kitchen and understand how food can affect us and affect our energy. So, Dr. Hansa ji, welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. Thank you so much for coming here.
It's lovely to be with you here.
My pleasure. You know, Dr. Hansa ji, you made such a change in people's lives. Every time I mention you, people know about you and all the work that you put in. So I just wanted to say thank you for putting yourself out there and all of that.
Thank God.
Today I was asking people that I'm meeting you, what should I be asking you? What do they want to know? And they were saying that Sattvik food, that is that vegetarian thing. So I think there is some confusion amongst people's minds about what Sattvik is. Can you share a little bit about what that is?
Yes, people should know about it. In yoga, we don't talk vegetarian, non-vegetarian, not at all. We say natural food, easily digestible food, fibrous food.
Okay.
These are the three qualities which food should have. So now, any food which goes into this, and one thing more, that fruit should be absolutely fresh, not stale.
Correct.
That's it. So now, how do we put all the foods which we are eating into categories? So there are three categories they have made. One category of food in Sattvik group, another in Rajasic group, which is not so easily digestible, heavy, but it gets digested within 6 hours or so, not 4 hours.
Okay.
And then Tamasic food, which is totally unnatural food. Tamasic food is a food which nowadays people eat a lot. Packet cola, open the packet and eat, open the bottle and drink. All ready-made products available, pre-cooked things, and it's ready. Such food, which according to us is a stale food, something which is... So that food we would say, as far as possible, avoid deep fried stuffs where trans fat is very high, not in any case healthy. Refined products like white sugar, white salt, all these things are not to be accepted. So you just eat something which is more natural.
Okay.
These are not natural. So in Sattvik group comes natural fruit. So what are those foods? Entire group of vegetables, fresh vegetables, all fruits, they are totally Sattvik. Then wheat, rice, jawar, bajra, makai, all these things. Then all the dals. And among all the dal, only one dal they recommend as a Sattvik, and that is moong dal.
Okay. So all the other dals are...
Not so Sattvik. I mean, proportion is less. But this dal, definitely Sattvik. At any time, you are sick or healthy, you can definitely easily digest this dal.
Okay.
If you cooked, anything cooked well and soaked well. Okay. Then among sweet things come not white sugar, but jaggery,
Right.
honey. Then comes, when we talk about fruits, even all the dry fruits and nuts, they are all very Sattvik. So dry fruits means, first of all, almonds and cashew nuts and all this entire group. And then comes the dates and figs and apricots and this group. Very Sattvik. Person should eat in between also whenever person feels hungry. Person should just munch this. But quantity, yes.
That's a big
we
one.
will talk later on.
Okay.
But the quantity. But these are Sattvik food. So what is left? Salt, rock salt, which is Himalayan pink salt. Rock salt, which has its own minerals, vitamins in that rock salt. It is not dead food.
Yes.
That we should use now rather than refined white salt. Similarly, sugar. White sugar, avoid. But brown or less refined sugar, which are always there now available. They are all to be taken, but not white sugar. So we call it as a rock mishri, made up out of kadi sakar.
Yeah, the thick big one.
Thick,
the
big rock type,
correct.
which we powder it and keep it in our house as a thing, and that we can use it.
Okay.
So that sugar.
So not to fear sugar like the way people
not
are
at all.
fearing.
Person should eat everything. So all this is a group of sattvic.
Okay.
So as far as possible, you should pick up food from this group. In this group also, Ayurveda goes still little bit into detail, and it's Ayurveda says and Yoga says so, that if you are eating fruits or vegetables, it should be seasonal. Don't go for off-season thing. In our city, everything is available all the time.
Correct.
So we should put little mind to find out which is the seasonal vegetable.
Especially now, it's so hard to do that. We
hard
have
to
no idea what
No
is
idea.
coming when.
But still, those small vendors in a topli, they bring, if it is season of tomato, they have heaps of tomato. If season of apple, heaps of apple. So seasonal things, if you put little mind, you can definitely make out.
Okay.
And seasonal fruits, though, definitely like mango season, so mango season, grapes, so grapes. So seasonal things are all very good to be taken. Off season, eat less, because that would go in another group, Rajasi group, little heavy to digest.
Little heavy to digest.
So that's one group. Am I clear? And this sattvic food gives you lots of energy. It's easily digestible, so easily. But in turn, it absorbs your body absorbs and assimilates maximum out of this food, because it is easily digestible. It gives you tremendous energy. You eat little sattvic food. You are little tired. Come on, eat few grapes or take one mango. You will feel refreshed. Or have some nice vegetable soup. That really gives you a refreshing feeling, and you feel energetic and want to work again. So this is this group. Another group is Rajasic group. In Rajasic group comes these stuffs like non-veg food and other dals like soya bean and rajma, and little difficult because high protein food, but difficult one.
Right.
Sprouts come in sattvic category. When you cook sprouted moong, masoor, chana, chola, all these come in sattvic group.
Okay. So it might have been Rajasic if it was dry, but sprouted it becomes
very
sattvic.
much fine.
Okay.
It becomes easier, no? Easily digestible. And then in Rajasic food comes very strong spices, hot chili, very strong garam masala. In sattvic food, the masala is ginger.
That's it.
Very strongly we recommend ginger. And then all these masalas like dhania powder, coriander seed, cumin seed, rai, jeera, all those stuffs which we put, yes. Our Indian food is full of sattvic
Those
group.
kind. Turmeric would also fall into...
Turmeric also will fall into that. All sattvic. Here in Rajasic, basically chili is also fine, green chili, but it should not be hot. If it burns your lips or tongue, then it is not sattvic. It's difficult.
So the one we use for bhajias and all that one, those are all fine.
They are fine.
But without the bhajia part
I
of
tell
it.
you, bhajia once in a while is everything fine, I tell you. But yes, you should be discreet. Don't overeat.
Correct.
Only bhajia is your meal today. That way you don't do. Bhajia could be a side dish.
Correct.
Once in a while, 2-3 bhajiyas and fine. Samosas are fine, kachoris are fine, but little in quantity so that it doesn't become heavy for your body. So Rajasic group is this. But still Rajasic food means it should be fresh and not stale food. Now what happens with non-veg, which you are asking? Non-veg food becomes a stale food. Somewhere something is, like a goat or whatever non-veg things people eat. A group of people, they cut, make into slice or do something, deep freeze it, and then a group of people, they sell it. Then you go and buy that, and then you cook and eat. It is sufficiently stale. It is heavy for your body. Entire non-veg group is not so much fibrous at all. One piece of meat and a glass of milk. Yes, I forgot to tell you. In sattvic comes milk.
Okay.
An entire milk product. Milk, curd, yogurt, butter, boiled butter, ghee, paneer. paneer most sattvik, and I would tell everyone should eat that much piece of paneer every day.
Okay.
That gives you supply of protein and all vitamins, quite minerals, and that gives you a complete food. It is.
And nice, and keeps you full also.
Yes, it keeps you full also. So this is all. So here with non-veg, this is the biggest problem. First of all, you should get absolutely fresh thing. From where would you get a fresh thing?
Correct.
So there was a little joke about it. Do I tell you? So, one lady went to a shop. She wanted to buy meat. So she went to buy meat. She says, I want absolutely fresh meat. So the shop vendor said that, Madam, this is very fresh. She saw, she says, no, I want still more fresh, much more fresh. I can still smell. So it fresh will not smell bad. Even fresh fish, just taken out from water, no bad smell. The moment you cook it, then that smell comes, acidic smell. So all this non-veg has acidic smell. She said, no, still fresher than that. He again brought, he said, just come, take it. No, little more fresh. Then he ordered his man. He says, get absolutely fresh thing. Then he brought a little lamb, baby lamb. And he says, here is that. This is absolutely fresh. Now do you want me to cut this or give you as it is? So the lady saw that lamb he held in her arm. And that poor thing little was looking at her, and she felt so nice feeling for that little thing. And then she said, no, I don't want anything. And from that day, she stopped eating meat. This is
absolute fresh meat made her vegetarian.
Absolutely. You have to. You have to become vegetarian. Unless you are living in jungle, where you kill something, cook there and there only and eat, then it's fine. I had one actress, I forget the name. We get all people at the institute. Institute is 105-year-old institute. So in Mumbai, all these actors and all entire film group, entire business group, they all have come. So she was a Bengali actress, very popular at that time. She came to me for her health issues. People come to the institute for health problem. That here is a health issue. Now food can settle down quite a lot of health problem. Right type of a food and your health improves. It gives you energy to settle down. And so I told her that certain things she should not eat. And naturally fish, these Bengalis, they eat fish. So she says, fish, can you avoid?
But they consider fish a vegetable.
Yes.
Correct.
It's a vegetable. She told me, Hansaji, you don't know one thing. We are very particular about eating fish. We all have fish pond in our own garden, our own fish pond. And then when my cook has to cook, first he keeps the water boiling. That also is ready, boiling water. Then he picks up one fish, which is very active and agile, not dull fish. And then he immediately puts the fish into water. So we eat that fish and not at all any other fish. Then I said, then you can go ahead and eat.
It's as fresh as possible.
Then go ahead and eat. See, then there is no fanatism about it.
Yes.
Eat. Because that's staple food.
Correct.
So these conditions are clear. If you want to eat non-veg, see to it that it is absolutely fresh. Then it will not harm your health. See, we have to see everything from health angle.
Correct.
Still, it is not so good food, but fine. It is not so fibrous, but still it is okay. So this is the whole issue about veg. So yoga doesn't give any discrimination between veg only and non-veg. It's very clear.
And right now there is so much of fanaticism almost around food that is taking place. Like we were talking before this, before the conversation around, you know, like it's almost like religion. You can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. People attack.
Yes.
You know, I was looking at the vegan diets now that are becoming.
Yes.
What do you think are like 5 mistakes that they're making? Because vegan diets are not necessarily the most healthy diets on the planet. What are some 5 things that people can do who are vegans who want to probably get a little better with it?
You see, if you are a vegan, then you will have to spend much more time for your food because you will have to get lots of vegetables, lots of fruits. This you are totally dependent on fruits and vegetables. And all the vegetables, if you don't wash well, you have to wash, cut, put some dressing, do this and that. It takes much more time. And I find nowadays people don't have much time. We are all in a hurry. everything. And spending time in kitchen is very, very, it's like a taboo. Don't want to enter the kitchen. Ladies also talk like that. Men too. So now, this is one very big drawback. There is no liquid. They have to make juices then, vegetable juices and fruit juices. Now, juices don't do good. What happens when you chew things? Then only your saliva will get mixed with food, and that would convert food into alkaline, because saliva is alkaline. And then your body will be absorbing. You have to combat with your acid, which is very strong acid in your stomach, hydrochloric acid. Food has to be something like that. Then metabolism and all this takes place. I have met many such people who are totally vegan and they have deficiencies in their body. Iron deficiency, calcium deficiency, D3 deficiency, B12 deficiency.
Correct.
Such things happen. But this would not happen with sattvic food. It would be very different. This is the whole drawback. What they should be sitting, because above all, what you eat, above all is what is the state of your mind. If you are continuously bothering about is it vegan and not vegan, because this is not so natural, and this I will eat, this I will not eat, oh, this is yogurt, so I will not take any dish out of it. I find they get into too much of likes, dislikes, do's and don'ts, too much into that. And I find that is not a healthy state of mind.
It's a very beautiful thing you said, because we are so obsessing about food right now.
Correct.
Almost all the conversations that you meet at a table or a party is all around food that people are talking about.
Yes.
And I think you were referring to like raw vegans, people who are just eating raw things primarily.
Because then for nutrition they have to eat raw. And then when they eat raw, everybody can't digest it.
Yeah.
So they have lots of gases in their body, acidity in their body, migraine, headaches. They get into all this trouble.
Teeth chipping.
Yes, teeth also, they get into that problem. They will chew and chew. And that creates the whole problem. And why make your life so difficult here? The whole argument which they have, that nowadays this milk is getting more into, you are torturing cow and you are torturing, and it has become a business, and you see how they are treating cows and so and so. I said there is you can do something there. Business and all that is one. Everything is business. The world is rotating around money nowadays, grabbing. But if you want milk, you can always select someone who has 1 or 2 cows, or little, not making a big business like dairies. And you can still get a nice fresh milk. At least in our country.
Yes.
Cow is respected. Cow is like a mother. Next to mother's milk, the other milk which suits child is cow's milk. Always. We are teaching yoga for pregnancy, prenatal, postnatal, and we find cow's milk. Now you say no, cow, but you should have, earlier it was fine. Every household will have 1 or 2 cows in their backyard, and they would have their own milk, and any excess milk, they would give it away. So why not to find such people and get the milk from them? But otherwise, they will have to go through all these health issues and all that. Then yoga becomes so important, asanas. They will have to be more physically active, doing something to improve your digestion, to see that gases are not formed. There is always a solution for everything. In my institute also, there are few vegans. I don't tell them stop. I said, experience this. Go ahead with veganism for 1 or 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, but then stop it. Then come back to normal stream.
And then try, correct.
That's right. Nowadays, any new fad comes, no? So people want to try it out. Not wrong. Try it out.
And see what
then
happens.
Experience. Yeah. That's all we can say. So.
Hansaji, like you were saying about veganism, etc., and you were talking about bloating as a big issue, right? What are the different issues that you face? So let's talk about bloating. One is, how do people get rid of bloating in the stomach? Because so many people talk about gas and bloating.
Our number one is our lifestyle. Sitting all the time. So then some activities are required. Your kidney is getting pressed, you're sitting, so your lower abdomen is always congested. Person doesn't even sit properly, always little bent and no right posture. So if one problem is that physical non-activity. Another problem for bloating people is the moment they their mind is more active. All those people who have what thinkers, thinking too much. The energy goes to their head more. That is that energy. You see, in yoga, we talk about pran, and there are 5 types of pran.
Okay.
So one pran is called as this pran, which you are using for respiration. So your lungs are breathing in and breathing out. You are inhaling breaths, and so that is one pran. So that is called prana. Second name of prana is apan, activity which is downwards activity. So you pass gases and urination and evacuating your bowels. All that needs prana, energy. Any movement means energy. So that is another type of prana. Third prana is udan prana. That is your thinking.
Thinking.
You go on thinking. That prana is used so much. Now there is no other substitute which can put there. At least here with heart
You can
heart
breathe.
pumping, you can have another cell putting inside, no? So that will give you energy. But nowhere else such things are yet done. That you will help that pran more to give pran. So what is required is you have to learn to stop thinking for some time so that your thoughts are resettled a bit. You be quiet and then you just don't think for some time. Keep quiet. That would settle down. And that 10 minutes, 15 minutes of such time, at least twice a day, would help this pran to remain little bit into balance. That people don't do. They are always busy thinking. So body can't manage your food. Such people should just live on liquids.
Oh, it's that bad, huh? Because digestion is very difficult.
Yes, digestion is difficult. So they live on liquids. Come on. Fruits. Fruit is a liquid only. So fruits and lemon juice. Lemon juice is very good for such people. Coconut water once or twice in a week is fine. Such very, very light diet. And if at all, rice. But they need ghee. Now vegans, again problem. But they need ghee. So a spoon of ghee, khichdi, rice, such things would help these lots. Gases would not be formed. We will have to adjust from all angles. That is worrying, tension. Now thinking is one thing, but negative thinking, worry, anxiety, anger, tension, hatred, jealousy, comparison, all these things cause a great deal of problem. Because in our personality, mind supersedes body. If mind is disturbed, body is going to get disturbed.
Correct.
And the moment mind is disturbed, your digestion is on strike. Mind is not happy. We are supposed to remain positive, happy all the time. All the time. Life is given to us as a gift. You should enjoy that. But we don't do that. We have so many other things to do, but not enjoying.
You'll be like, Hansa ji, impossible tasks you're giving us to do. Correct.
So then naturally the stress is going to come because mind is worrying. Why the work is not done till now? Come on, do this, that stuff. So then what happens? Your digestive system is on strike. Whatever food you have eaten, it could be vegan, it could be sattvik, rajasic, tamasic, any food, body is going to store that food or throw it out, but not convert food into energy. Whatever food you eat, it has to get converted into energy, prana. Protein into peptides, amino acid, and finally prana, energy. Carbohydrate, glucose into energy. Fat directly into energy. But body can't do that. So body stores fat externally or internally. Your arteries will get thickened, atherosclerosis, cholesterol will go high, blockages will start coming. So you are heading for heart problem, heading for diabetes, body stores glucose. So all such things happen because of the mind, which is gone negative. I always tell people that, look, you have a choice to suffer or not to suffer. You have a choice. Situations are there. You want to take situation as a tension, it's your choice. Enjoy that situation, your choice. So learn
Yeah.
how not to take tension and enjoy. Then the bloating will not be there.
Because as a habit coach, I tell people the same thing, that stress is a habit, right? You see somebody, you put him in the same situation, he will not be stressed, then you are
Exactly.
stressed. So it's your reaction to this stress that's
Very
important.
true, very true. So you have to form a habit,
You have to form a habit on this.
how to think. And I have a choice to think this way or that way, positive or negative. Come on, think positively. Habit should be what good happened. Start seeing that rather than where things went wrong.
And it'll actually eventually start happening like that.
Yes, yes, very much.
Amazing. So, Hansaji, we were talking about prana and we were talking about energy. And it's so interesting. Most people are eating. That means lots of technical energy and calories are coming in.
Yes, yes,
But they don't have energy and vitality.
correct.
What is this? Like, what is it? What are we missing here? Where's the bridge that is connecting these two?
Okay, the bridges, as I told you again, that it is the state of mind. Mind, when it is too active, energy is drained out. What we are unfortunately doing is anything when we do in excess, it is like a poison for us. It is going to create problem. So, person sleeps more than what is required, energy will be drained out. Person who doesn't sleep, energy is less. You know, when you don't sleep, how you are
Irritable.
restless and irritable and all that. Person who eats proper, fine. If he overeats, energy is gone. Overeating, energy is gone.
Yes.
You think you will eat more and you will get more energy? Not at all. Rather, you eat less and you will get lots of energy out of it. Rather, when you eat, you should see that I can eat more, but you stop it. Because you should find out how much should you eat so that after 4 hours you are really hungry. That hunger has to come.
Correct.
People don't get hungry only,
Nobody
or they are
knows what
hungry
it
all
is.
the time. They doesn't go on. Main problem which you were asking me about gas is erratic eating habits. Right now I don't have time, avoid eating. Eating, so you want to avoid. You have to do this is work. Now what will happen? Your body is in stress. Body doesn't know when the next food is going to come, so body will store. And then things will be converted into gases and acidity. All such things happen. So, trying to see that overdoing anything is wrong. Overthinking is wrong. Mind's job is to think, mind will think. Think. You should think before any action. Yoga says that. When you have to do any work, any action, think and think correctly. Think in a way that how am I going to progress in the same work which I have done tomorrow. Analyze it, plan it. All this is very important in life. But when you are just sitting, why the hell you should think?
Correct.
Sit quietly, na. Don't think. Observe the world. Oh, what a lovely this book is. What a lovely this thing is. What a lovely boy sitting here. And all this. But enjoy everything around, but not think.
Correct.
This habit we have to form. Stop thinking. Thinking only when you need to do some work. Otherwise, don't think.
Be an observer.
Be an observer. Observe, listen, be a listener, but don't start thinking.
Correct. It's as soon as you put the judgment on it,
That's it.
that's when it
That's
comes.
it.
Oh, this was good. Oh, this book was good, bad.
Yes,
If it had done
yes,
been it
yes.
like this, that's
You
when
have
it
your
becomes.
own opinions, you have your own likes, dislikes. So we always remove all the likes, dislikes from your system. Where do you have a choice? Whatever is there is there.
Correct.
And you should learn to like it, not liking it. So all such things have to go.
Important.
So now the energy is drained out because of all this excess. But if everything is done in a balanced state, that's why yoga gives lots of importance to balance. One of the definition of yoga is, what is yoga? Balanced state of mind is yoga. What is yoga? Excellence in work is yoga. These are the definitions of yoga. Controlling the mental modification of mind is yoga. Unnecessarily thinking, stop that. Chitta vritti nirodha, stop it. And that's yoga. So understand that energy will definitely be there if you are into balanced state. Balance, doing everything in moderation, in any other word.
How would yoga define balance? I'll tell you where I'm coming from. when you're at work, you're only at work. When you're at home, you're only at home. But you're either on one side or the other. You know,
Yes.
normally people think balance means I'm doing both at the same time. How do we think of
Can't do,
balance?
no.
Yeah,
Mind
exactly.
can take only one thing at one time. Your eyes are seeing only one object, not two different objects.
Correct.
We are structured to see only one. So it doesn't work like that. What means balance is that when you are at your energy level, at your peak, when you are balanced, you are happy, you are enthusiastic, you are what we say is full of energy. Then it is called that you are in balance. When you are dull, depressive, you are worrying, tensed, you are not balanced. So these qualities can be seen. A balanced person, situations go wrong, but he doesn't get affected by it. His situation is his own management. External things are not in your control, so just don't bother about it. They will, if they are not conducive, fine, wait till it becomes, but you are not disturbed about it. So balanced personality, it's a personality complex we should become and not otherwise. And balanced state of mind will give you more energy, more enthusiasm, more zest. Memory will function well, concentration will function well. Reasoning power would be really good to do or not to do, to be or not to be. You will really take a proper judgment. All this will come only when you are in a balance.
In a balance state.
And not waste time and worry and all that. So we have to be. Now the energy part, yogis have technology. You see, yoga is a combination of psychology, philosophy and technology.
Okay.
Yoga subject deals with these three subjects, if I have to put it in subjects. Psychology is how human mind works and how mind is supposed to work. Somebody behaved rudely, usually mind will be disturbed. That how could he be rude? How he is speaking lies? How he is not doing his work and yet doing... You will get disturbed. Natural phenomenon, fine. But then if you get disturbed, what happens? All these things. Blood pressure goes up, pulse goes fast, breathing goes shallow, digestion is poor, everything goes bad. So now it's your choice to get disturbed or not disturbed. He speaks, he has not done his work. He is speaking lies. But you have a choice to get disturbed or not to get disturbed. So train your mind and form a habit, which we said earlier, that you still understand he may be having some reason why he behaves rudely. Maybe he is constipated or maybe he has, not slept well.
Had
so
a fight in the morning with his wife
maybe
or
he
something.
Had, fight with his wife. And so he's not disturbed. All this could be the reason. So you should understand. My principle is everybody is justified for his own behavior.
Beautiful.
Justify. Some reason is there. That's why he's behaving rudely. That's why he's speaking lies. Some reason. Why should I suffer because of it? So this understanding. Psychology. And psychologists have philosophy. Then comes philosophy. Philosophy says every human is different. Sample by itself. There is no two humans same. No two humans same. What is good for you may not be good for others. What you like, others may not like it. So keeping that in mind, you expect nothing from anybody because they will think differently, you will think differently. They cannot be thinking in the same way. That way man and woman, they think differently. Their whole approach to life is different. So every human is different. That's philosophy. And so expect nothing from anybody. So don't get affected when anybody behaves in a different way. It's psychology. That is one area. Second area is, in philosophy, they say that before doing any action, keep the purpose in mind and then do the action. What is the purpose of doing that action? You have to keep in mind. You are getting married. Why are you getting married?
Nobody asks. This is the biggest one. Nobody asks.
Nobody asks. Everybody is marrying, I marry. I love somebody, I marry. But there has to be some clarity. You love everything. You love this little plant. You love talking to each other. Love. But why are you getting married? Or why do you want a child? Or why a child goes to college to study? I usually give this example that a child is going to college to study. He should remember the purpose that he is going to college to study. to understand different subjects, to understand his aptitude, and then decide how to move ahead now in life. All this, quite a big job is there. But he forgets the purpose. Then what happens? Then he makes friends, and here is a girlfriend and a boy, and then they both sometimes get into love affair, and then somebody goes away, then heartbreak and acid throwing and suicide and all that nonsense. Why this happened? Because the purpose of going to college was lost.
Correct.
We do mistakes when the purpose is gone. Let it be marriage, let it be childbearing, let it be anything. Purpose is gone, we do mistakes. And then life becomes miserable. All the energy is wasted.
Are completely gone. You know, Hansaji, I'm so happy you're saying this because I'm sure you experience the same thing. People come to you for advice. People come to me for advice as a habit coach all the time.
Many.
And then I said, but why did you do this? What was the purpose of doing it? And they have no answer.
No answer.
So you sit down, you write down what it is you want from life.
That's right.
And why do you want these things? And then go after them instead of...
Exactly. This habit of thinking, analyzing, dissecting is required. Use your mind to think all these things and not just sitting and worry.
Randomly. Very random.
So philosophy says that. And then one thing more philosophy says, that action, purpose you keep in mind, and then you do your action. You are fully responsible for your action. As you sow, so shall you reap. जैसा करोगे वैसा भरोगे. If you do action of criticizing somebody, in your life somebody you will find who will be criticizing you. You will get back your award or reward. You will get back that automatically. So keep that in mind. So when it comes to you, you don't feel bad.
Yes.
You enjoy that.
I
that
did
has
it.
to happen. You help somebody, somebody will help you. Not that person whom you helped.
That's an expectation.
It's not an expectation. It's an expectation. But help will come to you from any side.
Correct.
You will be getting help. So this is karma theory. And yoga 100% believes in that. Jainism believes in that. Actually, all isms believe in some or other way this.
And if you look at karma in a very logical manner, it's absolutely like, for example, what you're saying. If you criticize somebody else, in your mind, all feedback is criticism.
Correct.
So if someone's giving you feedback, you'll still take it as criticism. So
Very
the
true.
karma theory, like very logically also, if you look at it,
Yes.
it doesn't mean that if you steal, you'll be stolen back from. It's the
Right.
difference in the way I think about it.
Scientific, it is very scientific. And when we talk about energy, that also is seen. That
Correct.
here how the energy goes waste with negativity. And so naturally you will feel more negative only, not positive. In any, you want negativity, more negativity will come to you only.
Yeah. And some people love it because they get pity after that.
Yeah. So this is philosophy. And third
Technology.
subject is technology. Now technology talks about asanas, pranayam, meditation, kriya, bandhas, mudras. Now all these things become so important when we talk about energy. You are doing asanas, you are relaxing every muscle of your body, every cell of your body. Simple asanas. We are not trying to teach those asanas which circus people can do, or all these dancers and ballet. What flexibility they have.
It's amazing.
They have quite stamina also. We are talking about asanas to help every body, every cell to relax so that they can function better. In a balanced state, in a relaxed state, everything functions fine. Your body is quite self-sufficient. Your body doesn't need any help. Only the problem which you have created for your body, remove it. And these are the things which would help you to remove it. Asanas. Relaxation techniques are there, like Shavasana or Makarasana, lying down on your stomach. When people have lots of bloating, we tell them lie down on your stomach for some time, rest. Even small babies, we put them on stomach and they feel much better, and pat, the gases come out. So all these things happen with babies. So we should do that. Technology, asanas, then comes pranayam. It directly works on energy. So as I was telling, all 5 types of pranas are energy level. And the energy has to be, what is there in our hand is this respiratory energy. Rest is, body is managing by itself. You think this energy, this heart is doing its job, digestion is doing its job. For digesting, you need good amount of energy in your stomach, Jatharagni. If that is low, you can't digest anything. If you eat raw food, you won't be able to digest. Gases would be formed. So you need to have cooked food. Again, every human is different. You should find out which food suits you, which food doesn't suit you, which causes more gases, which no. Accordingly, you have to eat. Theory may be any. You should know what type of body you have, what type of mind you have, and then only function in life. Don't look at others and don't get into research, this research done and that research done, this theory, that theory. No. Ultimately, I have to observe myself.
Experiment and see.
Absolutely. So, pranayam. So, there are certain breathing techniques. They work wonders. You feel so refreshed and energetic. You take a small, slow inhalation, very slow. You can control. Very slow inhalation and very slow exhalation. Try and make it equal. If you are taking for 6 seconds breathing in, what we call as purak, and 6 seconds breathing out, that makes it very relaxing. And you will feel it's like a meditation. You can do that for some time. Very often I tell people, don't meditate. Anybody, any Tom, Dick, Harry starts meditating, which is wrong. Very wrong. You should know. Breathing, yes, we can do, because breathing is going on all the time.
Continuously.
So, pranayam, long exhalation, empty yourself and stop for some time, which is very good pranayam. And when you are exhaling, you can create a sound also. You can either say, Om, any sound coming from your throat. You are doing nothing else but exhaling. Do that, or humming. Very good pranayam, and you enjoy that. Every cell vibrates when you close your lips and do it. Just try. See? And you'll feel vibration here, and as it goes, you'll feel upward. First you should take a full breath in and then say Om. But everything has to be done in a nice, relaxed way, not with loud sound, which I find people doing.
Correct.
And waste their energy more than gaining.
I'm seeing everyone's forcing everything right now.
Yes.
What I'm understanding from you is actually more of a relaxation than a force.
Absolutely. All the tension and all that has to be removed. So
even Kapalbhati is relaxation form.
Kapalbhati is relaxation form. See, Kapalbhati has to be done in this way, that inhalation and exhalation equal only from your nostrils. The word Kapal means this area, head. And so you have to use this, nothing else, not stomach, not anything else. So breathing and breathing out equal. Short breath. Yeah, little movement will occur everywhere, but not much. You are not forcing there. You are fully concentrating in this area.
So it's not a stomach squeeze.
No, not a stomach in. That is not Kapalbhati. It's popular that way.
Correct.
But no,
because everyone wants to do hard things now. Nobody wants to do easy things.
Yes. So this when you do, and then do 30 rounds of this, and then take one long breath and relax. So that really, keep your eyes closed, and you will find entire this area, because you are cleaning your sinuses with this type of Kapalbhati. This Kapalbhati. Actually, this is Kapalbhati, where the sinuses get cleared up.
Nice.
And you feel very relaxed and fine. No congestion is there. So your breathing becomes more clear, more oxygen into your body. The volume of air is more in your body when you see both the nostrils are clean. So this we have to do once or twice or thrice. Wherever you find the atmosphere is very good, clean air is there, more big trees are there, you should do this. Nobody will know what you are doing, but you should do this. So this is how yoga has to be applied into life. Yoga is an applied science. You have to apply these things. And then there is another pranayam. These are pranayam. This is cleansing process, Kapalbhati.
There's a difference between pranayam and pranayam.
Cleans, no. This is cleansing process,
process.
which is called kriyas.
Correct. Okay.
That is Kapalbhati. There is a pranayam, which I said long exhalation, holding and all that, which is there for the stomach also, core exercise.
Right.
And there what is very popular is putting your stomach in.
Correct.
Huh? But do it nicely. Go on doing this, but not too much of this, at not more than 30 rounds. Enough. And then wait for some time. Again, you can do 30 rounds and wait for some time. Yoga has given lots of importance to this area also. This area, because both the nostrils have to be open, so that the prana energy is more.
Correct.
This area, because all the major organs are below, within this core muscles and this navel, this area is given lots of importance. That's why in the institute we have another pranayam called as numbers. Now you have given number, pranayam number 4, or which is called as diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragm is there here,
Right.
between dividing your ribs and the abdomen. There is a big thick muscle. That muscle should be moving. In a child you see that when child is sleeping, you will see stomach moving up and down, not chest moving up and down. We grown up, our chest
All chest
moves.
moving.
Stomach
Take a
is
deep
tight.
breath, it's all
Take
neck comes up.
like that. Correct. This, you look at dog stomach is moving, not chest.
Correct.
So this pranayam, breathe in slowly, stomach comes up, breathe out slowly, stomach goes in. That breathing. Now I always say, when you start doing this breathing, your mind is so much calm and relaxed. Wastage of energy is gone. Rather you use diaphragm, and so your lungs take a full air in. I tell you, recently all this entire world went through this corona problem, and people used to phone me from hospital that, Hansaji, we are in trouble. Doctors say that our condition is very critical. Their family would phone me that the person is in a critical state. Any advice you can give? And I would say that when he is lying down, just do this pranayam. Breathe in, stomach up, breathe out, stomach in. That is one advice. Second, when person is sitting, do this little alternate breathing, so that nostril is, or Kapalbhati if they know.
Clearing
And
the
third,
nostril.
when any doctor comes or nurse comes, they should crack some jokes.
And laugh. Beautiful.
Because when you laugh, see what happens. Stomach
Everything
goes in
moves.
and out. Absolutely. And everything is relaxed. Only these 3 things they should be doing. You should be laughing. You should feel that poor fellow, they are working so hard to make them laugh. They are so much under tension. Release the tension. Think for others and not me, I'm dying. Leave it.
So true.
Think for others. And that will make a difference. Care for others, think for others. Register that somebody is there with you. So do that. These 3 things. And they improve. Doctors say, what are you doing? They say, yoga. Whatever you are doing, do. Your condition is improving.
Continue doing.
And they get better. I don't have even a single patient who have lost their life after doing this.
Because of this, yeah.
Yes. This technology works wonders. But only for that you should learn a bit. But then it works wonders.
Hansaji, also another thing with corona that I saw happened was everyone was so conscious about breathing around people that they were all taking very small breaths.
Yeah.
Almost like I can't breathe here anymore.
Yes. I can't breathe here anymore. I'll get infection from other. I can't.
Correct. So much fears.
Yes. I never put any this mask on my nose. Whenever I went out, yes, because it's compulsory.
Correct.
You go to it. But otherwise, no. So, point is, when your heart is there, when you start thinking for others, mind, body, everything functions in a very different way. Your proper hormones are secreted into your system.
Yes.
Serotonin, dopamine, all, these are all happy hormones. These are the serotonin, very happy hormone. And that would automatically make you relaxed and fine.
Correct.
So this is how energy comes. Energy would be much, much more. When you want to help others, I tell you, you feel that you need to do something. Energy comes to you. Again, we were talking about energy. These are the technology part where the energy is managed very well. But then yoga says that in our body, we are born with a quota of energy. We have so much of energy within, and that too at the spinal level, vertebral column level, where there are certain pockets where lots of energy is there. It is stored energy. Like it is called as kundalini. Nowadays this has become very popular term. People talk a lot about it. Kundalini, energy is there in the part. So you will never be deprived of energy. When you want, you will get energy. But when you want, when you are clear about it. Otherwise, whatever energy, other energy, mukhya pran, they say, you are born with that biological energy.
Correct.
Also, spine in your body, but biological energy you're born with, that pran will be there with you. These three things are required to survive: food, water, and air. If you are supplying these three things, you will be living. If one thing also doesn't go, then you die.
Then you change.
That pran will not function more.
Correct.
In spite of you having lots of energy in your spine. That spinal energy is used when you have to do something in life. And for example, a person who wrote Patanjali Yoga Sutras, that great Rishi Patanjali, his book was translated. Commentary was made from that book because it is a very sutra form book, only 100 and few verses, and that's all, nothing more than that, lines, not more than that.
Correct.
And this fellow, commentator, when he reads this and starts writing in detail, he gets into such a state, very peaceful state, and just busy writing, day in and day out. He doesn't even know what is happening, but he is writing. Such thing. Now at that time, from where is he getting energy? He is not eating, he is not drinking, he must be breathing, no doubt, but food and water he is not giving to his body. But yet his things are going on. And sometimes so even his mind becomes so much focused that even if wife is standing in front, he is asking, "Who are you, lady?" To that extent.
Correct.
That focus.
That kind of focus.
Then energy will come to you. Forget about that. Mother, once a baby is born, baby doesn't even allow you to do anything. You want to go to potty, baby will do potty that time only. You want to eat food, baby is hungry at that time only. Everything goes with baby, umbilical cord connection.
Correct.
So now mother is not getting rest, sleep very little. Food, of course, she eats if people are there, or she goes and cooks. But good amount of energy is required to take care of a child.
Absolutely.
From where this energy is coming? Kundalini. We have energy, and that's given to us.
That's what we have to use.
You do your duty and you feel you have to do your duty. This has to be done. Energy comes. You don't have to worry about it. That's how it is worked. But if you are trying to forcibly activate that energy, that also could be done with technology. Your mind should be focused there. Meditate on that part where energy is too much. So that energy activates. Now human mind can create anything. Can take you to the best state or take you to the worst state if mind is not under control. So this human mind has to be handled well. Yogis say that human mind needs training because it is highly developed mind, highly capable mind, and so it needs training. So this habit is one very strong training, a good habit, and that helps mind to remain focused. But in that mind, education is required. What is right, what is wrong, what I should be doing, what I should not be doing, and so on and so forth.
And
also
practice of that.
And practice of all these things. So somewhere we have to see that where your mind goes, that part becomes active. So in body also, if your mind is with your sickness will increase. You have pain, if your mind is in pain will go more. But if you remove that mind from pain and to other areas are healthy, no, let's focus on them, then that pain also would be gone very fast. So all these diseases and all that we tackle, teach them where your mind should be. And they try to do that and they benefit a lot. Little training of mind is required, and that happens. Meditation is third area where you have to focus on something. Maybe some flower, look at it and just focus on that area, nothing. Light a candle and look at the flame of the candle for some time till the water comes in your eyes, close. Meditation, varieties of meditation. Listen to some sounds which are there in the atmosphere. You are sitting, close your eyes and you will hear some sound. Just listen to the sound without your likes, dislike. Oh, this is not good and that is not good.
Why is it a crow? I wish it was a parrot.
Or a cuckoo.
Or a cuckoo.
Yeah. Just enjoy whatever sound,
You want.
not anything else, just the sound. And that is a very good meditation. We call it as nispanda.
Nispanda, just listening.
Just no motionless state of mind. Just listen. So we at the institute have a Nispand podcast also.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Nobody talks, it's just listening.
Listening.
Wow.
And that podcast is there where we have given lots and lots of things. Varieties of techniques for meditation. You can work and yet meditate if you are focused at work. And so many walking meditation, so many such things. That you can't sleep. Why? Because the mind is busy thinking. Come on, same wavelength, some sound, and your mind will be quiet and you can sleep well.
Lovely.
So that our podcast works wonders when we do all these things. We need technology to help us. Later on, even that is not required, but we need in the beginning technology. A stage should come when we don't get disturbed only, or we don't get tensed only. Then nothing works. You just flow with life, enjoy every moment of your life. But till then, you need all these technology.
You need help. Beautiful. So, Hansa ji, a few years ago, I decided to become a vegetarian. Okay. So, I'm a hardcore non-vegetarian. I'm a Parsi family.
Parsi family, right.
So, in our vegetables has some mutton inside. Otherwise, how can you call it?
Yes, a vegetable.
So, I said that, no, you know what, I will become a vegetarian. And for me, there were a few problems that I faced. The first one was that at home, I could kind of manage. But every time I went out to eat, if you eat in restaurants, there no vegetarian food has vegetables in it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's either a sandwich that someone will give you, or rotis, or dal, rice, etc. But very few people eat vegetables outside. How would you suggest that I get into this habit?
And what happens is, even if they cook vegetable, there is so much of oil and so much of chili and spices that also becomes equally bad as a non-veg food. But then person has fruits also. Person has, these three things I always say to detox your system. We have ABC, apples, fruits you can have.
Right.
B is beetroot, varieties of beetroot products. They really cleans up your system. And C is carrot. Piece of carrot. So you have a hummus. Hummus with carrot you eat, with beetroot you eat. That hummus can be taken, which we make very often. Nowadays, things are available which are good vegetarian restaurants. But yes, this is the problem. So don't worry. You are not going out all the time, no. It is not so much routine.
For me, it was heavy social life had to be
every day.
It used to be almost like that because you're out meeting people. Like for example, the
then
kind of work
you should always go for liquids. Liquids.
Liquids are better at that time.
Always better. So fruits, fruit juices, soups, and when I talk about liquid, then people go for tea and
coffee. Correct. Nothing
which
else.
is
or alcohol.
Alcohol, which is still worse. I always say tea, coffee, cocoa, wine, liquor, tobacco, cigarette, brown sugar, hashish, marijuana, LSD, bhang, ganja, charas. List is very long.
You mug them all up. So many times you must have said this.
I so many times talk. All these are nerve stimulants. We want to control our mind. Now, this will not allow us to control our mind. If you are taking tea, your bones are going to become weak. You will have more joint problems and so on. Coffee, it's little stronger than tea, but it's okay. I would still say tea and coffee, 1 or 2 cups in a day is no problem, but not more than that.
Right.
People sitting in the office, anybody coming, "Arey chai lao," and he is drinking tea. And then you take lemon juice, nimbu pani. That is the best drink you should take. Correct. I would rather recommend lemon juice all the time. a good dose of vitamin C, your heart would be healthy, your lungs would be healthy, your respiratory system would be healthy, your skin would be healthy.
Have that better than the
Yeah,
tea coffee.
lemon juice, then all that.
So what I then
It's your
started doing
choice.
was I would just fast. I would say I'm not eating anything. I will start my intermittent fasting. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting?
Well, instead of eating junk, better don't eat. Yes, but totally not eating is not right, because that body has to go into a proper rhythm. Body has its own rhythm. We are part and parcel of nature. From sunrise to sunset, our digestive system's fire is burning, and you are not putting anything inside, then acidity and gases would be formed. More bloating, more all these things, more headache, migraine, tension, headaches, all this will come, no? So don't eat, but lemon juice.
Lemon juice is fine.
Or fruit juice, apple juice le lo, grape juice le lo, orange juice. All such juices are wonderful. Take them at that time, and chew apples or something also once in a while. That would be better. Just fasting means, I would say, just take this oath sort of, that today, whole day, I'm going to eat only fruits. So fruit and liquids. So that will really detox your system. Apple itself would help detoxing. All these things.
So this would be a better way than to not eat anything
Not
completely.
eating anything, then don't work also. So all these Jain sadhus and all that, and maybe they don't eat for 100 days. But then what are they doing? Sitting and repeating the name of God. No, nothing else, no. Then it's fine. You sit quietly in the house, do nothing, then don't eat also.
Correct. So then there's a balance in that format.
Otherwise, yes.
Final thing, quantity. We started our podcast by talking about quantity.
Oh.
How do I know how much to eat? Because some people come with this much vegetable, that many rotis. I've seen, people in my office do that, 5 rotis and, half a spoon of vegetables. Like,
Oh my God.
Like what is, so how do we start thinking quantities? How do you teach people quantity?
First of all, we should know that every meal should have a glass full of liquids.
Okay.
So big glass of liquid. So in breakfast you have a liquid where you can boil herbs like ginger, adrak, lemongrass, mint leaves. I think so Parsis make this.
Mint tea.
Some mint tea, mint leaves. You can boil that. In mint, you can put even tulsi leaves. They are good, healthy for your system. Whatever is available, these herbs, boil them in water and strain it and add milk and sugar, sweet, and have it. This glass full. And then something to eat. I have given these details in my book. Varieties of things you can cook. So morning breakfast, you must have nuts. So almonds. But all the nuts should be soaked. Even dals and all these things, if you soak them, they are very healthy. Very good for your body. Little observation of your body you need to do, because what type of activities you are doing. If you are going for gymming, running around and this and that, you will need more protein. This is also protein, but then some food with rich in protein. So then you will need to have paneer. You will definitely need to have some protein liquid, which is combination of all these things like almond, cashew nuts, pistachio, apricots, and all these seeds, pumpkin seed, and nowadays we do get
Lots of them, yeah.
lots of these seeds.
Sunflower.
And definitely use chia seeds. Very good, full of fiber, that little stuffs. They are very good. So all such healthy food should be there in morning breakfast. And if at all, oatmeal is very good. If you have to really eat more, then oats are. Poha is very good. I tell you, poha is supposed to be very healthy carb. Very healthy
It
carbohydrate.
doesn't spike blood sugar because it's flattened rice and all of that, or not to worry about those things.
Poha, so you are soaking. Softening it and making it. It's very good. Rather, you go to Indore or such north area, this Maharashtra,
Yeah.
poha
Lots of
is
poha.
their staple food. In the Indore, they have poha and jalebi, morning breakfast.
And the jalebi part.
In my house, there are many from Indore. My daughter-in-law is from Indore.
Oh, lovely.
So his
Sarafa
family.
Bazaar and all of that.
Yeah. Jalebi and samosas and kachoris. Okay. So What to eat, you should keep it clear. How much to eat, you should find out. But these things more are not required. Eat less. In between, you feel hungry, have fresh fruits. That's how you manage. Overeating, avoid. So breakfast, a glass full of liquid. That way you will feel satiated. Stomach is, and then eat these things, and that is sufficient. Have other things maybe if required. Then in South Indian food is also very, very good. Dosas, idlis, these are all fermented food, very rich in B complex, minerals, vitamins, and easy to digest. But it's made. So even that dish is fine. Find out where you are living. Don't create problems for the family members.
Correct.
Because that is more important. You see, the atmosphere around you should be happy atmosphere. And I don't eat this and I don't become like that. Whatever is that. If suppose you feel that food is too heavy, you eat less and say, it's very tasty and very nice, but I'll eat when I'm hungry.
I will eat less. Correct.
I know, less, but eat it. So this is breakfast. Lunch, liquid is what? Buttermilk.
Okay.
Has to go in your body. But curd is something which has to go in your body. And so thin buttermilk, a glass full, you can drink, and eat chapati, vegetables, sprouts, some salads, these things at lunchtime. But sometimes you are not hungry, just have 1 or 2 glass of buttermilk and that's it.
Okay.
That itself is a good dish. That our culture, that when you sit, whole thali is there, chapati, vegetable, dal, rice, papad, achar, chutney, and that gone now. We don't find time, and nor we are our psychology to sit and eat all the meal and some sweet and some this and that. No, sweets once in a day is fine, you may have, but not all the meals having a sweet. You will find this. Then lunch, snack time.
You were mentioning about the thali. I just wanted to add one small point. Is that there are so many different kinds of foods that are there, and you need different enzymes to be digesting each of these foods, right? Like, should you be
have all
mixing
these
so
things.
much, or it's okay if it gets mixed up?
See, entire sattvik group could be mixed together.
It's not a problem.
All thalis means varieties of 2-3 vegetables, 1 sprout. That's it.
So that's one point. Okay.
Dals, 1 or 2 varieties of dals. That's fine. It's totally your choice. Make too many varieties or just make one. I believe in making one.
It makes it life easier also.
Much easier. You are not spending so much time in kitchen nor eating nor while cooking. But you can once in a while do it. And then evening snacks, so you can have all snacky things. They are like chana, very good, a handful of chana. They are very tasty. Groundnuts, shingdanas, groundnuts soaked, cooked and eaten even in breakfast or lunch would be very good. Because they give you good amount of amino acids, protein. And so it's good for health. But not roasted one.
That's what you said. Soaked is the important one.
Soaked and cooked.
And cooked. The roasted one gives you more gas.
It will cause gas and coughing and all that will start.
Correct.
But chana are roasted. They are very fine. Puffed rice, puffed wheat, popcorns, puffed corns. They are all very healthy. You should eat that. And then dinner. And liquid could be, or if you want to have a cup of coffee, you can have a cup of tea, you can have. Evening is okay. Morning breakfast, healthy food.
Healthy food.
Morning, body absorbs maximum out of it. Evening, you can have even sandwiches, varieties of sandwiches. Breads are made, but I usually say that as far as possible, bakery products. Now, Parsis have bakery products a lot. Varieties of breads and biscuits and cakes and pastries and all these things. But don't fill your stomach with that.
Trying to stop bread in my house was a big issue. It was like, how will I eat my egg in the morning if I don't have bread? So that was an important.
But they should know that all these beans, from nutrition angle, all these things, beans, the seeds, pumpkin seeds, this and that seed, they all have much, much more nutrition than egg. I can give you the list of which has how much egg and meat and chicken and fish and against it the vegetables. Vegetables have much, much more that. And body absorbs and assimilates also maximum. But you have formed a taste, that's fine. Without Inda, though I can't manage. Only many Parsi ladies, they tell us. But they change also when it comes to habit. When pain start na, then they say, okay, I will not.
Let me try something else.
Yeah. Chal. I always say, as long as you are healthy, continue whatever you are eating. You don't create much problem.
It's working for you.
It's
so then
working
why
for you. Your body is structured of that. But the moment your body shows some sign of sickness, then change. And then dinner is simple. It could be one dish, and dinner could be much earlier. By sunset, dinner should be finished as far as possible. Then your stomach gets rest whole night.
Yes.
Stomach takes 4 hours to digest the food. So by 7 o'clock you eat dinner, by 11 it's digesting. Then you sleep. Then your body gets rest, otherwise not. So somewhere we have to do all this. Overeating, slowly you come to know what is more eating. If you have overeaten today because you were with friends and people and all varieties you have eaten, then next day you should just live on fruits and balance it. That within 1-2 days you should balance your food. Otherwise body will store. It will create.
Hansaji, I loved your approach on, not being militant about food.
Very true.
Enjoying it, finding out what works for you, knowing the principles and then making an informed choice.
And
like you said, using your brain.
understanding in what atmosphere you are living, with what lifestyle, which family you are born and brought up. Now I am born in a Jain family, so for me naturally vegetarian food becomes the most natural stuff.
Correct.
And nothing more than that. Even onion and garlic. Onion and garlic is not sattvik. So we never have onion and garlic in our institute.
Right.
But in my house, we do use onion and garlic. In institute, people come to settle down their health. There we don't give. But once you are healthy and fine, then in cold climate have garlic, in hot climate have onion. Some food is cooked with garlic. They are very good when garlic touches there and so on. Garlic is so good for people who suffer from Parkinson.
Correct.
Body shake and all that. Garlic. Take garlic and a glass of milk. Just helps and so on. So all such things are there. They are medicines.
Which is what I wonder, because garlic is often used as a medicinal herb.
They are
and
medicine.
then it is said that, not to have it, or it doesn't follow the
That when we talk about sattvik.
Sattvik.
Because the fibers of garlics are not easily digestible. They are
From
an
that point of
irritant
view.
to your alimentary canal. They are an irritant. And so we say don't. But fine. You can have as and when required. Onion also in hot climate, onion works wonders. And the spring onion comes, that white spring
we
onion.
love it.
Very good. You should eat every day. Then you will not feel heat stroke.
Correct.
So use them as a medicine, but not in every food.
Beautiful. Hansaji, I can continue like this for another 3-4 hours. But thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Do check out the book, The Sattvik Kitchen. I think you've written and done an amazing job.
See, what I have done is that today modern people, what they are eating, all these pizzas and burgers and all these cakes and pastries. Now I have given recipe, a simple, easily digestible Sattvik recipe. They are equally tasty under the same names also.
Correct.
And people will like it. They would have a good... they will enjoy that taste buds also. This is one very strong rule, that when you sit to eat, you should feel pleasant, that food. If it's not pleasant, make it pleasant and eat. But don't make fuss out of it and don't bring negativity out of it. Why salt is more today or why chili is not there. Don't talk all that. You put and eat. Where is the problem?
I have to eat this broccoli, but I'm looking at that chocolate cake.
That's
That's
right.
how people eat most of the time. Get out of that, eat peacefully. And like you
Yes.
said in the beginning of the podcast, don't obsess about food.
That's right.
That is the best part of it.
Very true.
Hansaji, thank you so much. This has made my day. Thank you.
IVM